Amid the vast rice fields, where the morning mist still lingers above the paddies, life stirs quietly beneath each cluster of stalks. In this seemingly peaceful place, a deadly encounter is about to unfold. The Komodo Dragon, an ancient beast, massive and lumbering, yet carrying lethal power and venom in every bite. The cobra, a small but fearless warrior, swift and precise, armed with nature's most terrifying weapon, venom that paralyzes in an instant. After the chaos of instinct and poison, the surface of the flooded field grows calm once more, as if no storm had ever passed. The battle ends, and the endless cycle of survival resumes silent yet unforgiving, as though nothing had ever happened. Across the vast woodland savanna, where the wind carries the scent of wild grass through scattered trees, a fateful encounter is about to unfold. The lynx, a solitary predator with tufted ears and eyes as sharp as blades, moves silently through the tall grass, a shadow of stealth and precision. Its opponent, the fox, quick, cunning, and clever, wields intelligence and instinct honed through countless nights of hunting. In this place where forest meets plain, nature's fragile balance is on the brink of disruption. The lynx, symbol of strength and lethal precision, faces the fox, master of strategy and survival. This is not merely a clash between two hunters. It is a duel between pride and wit, between speed and cunning. Every leap, every glance, every breath carries the tension of survival. Nature, the unseen director, watches closely, recording each heartbeat, each move, in the grand play of life and death. Prepare yourself for one of the most intense confrontations of the woodland savanna, where primal instinct and animal intelligence collide, and only the sharpest will prevail. Across the vast African savanna, where the sun scorches the land and the wind carries the scent of dust and survival, where life itself is written in dust and blood, this is not just nature, it's a battlefield of existence. Two destined rivals are about to collide. The forest wolf, small, yet clever and relentless. The African wild dog, a speedmaster, fighting with pack tactics and ruthless precision. Conflict ignites in a legendary clash of instincts. This is more than a fight between two predators. It's a story of intelligence versus instinct, of courage against collective power. Every strike, every dodge, every growl echoing across the grasslands, each moment could decide the line between life and death. Nature itself, the ultimate director, captures every heartbeat of this primal duel. Prepare for one of the most intense animal battles on the planet, where the boundary between hunter and hunted has never been thinner. A primordial struggle revealing the savage beauty of the wild. In the dense tropical rainforest where humidity thickens the air and sunlight filters through the tangled canopy, life exists in silence and suspense. Here, two ancient predators are about to clash in a battle without mercy. The Komodo Dragon, a colossal relic of the prehistoric world, moves with slow, deliberate power, carrying within it the strength to destroy. Its opponent, the Cobra, embodies agility and lethal precision, a shadow gliding silently across the forest floor. The tension rises in this damp wilderness, where even the rustle of a leaf can signal death. This is not merely a fight for survival, it is a primal symphony between brute strength and venomous accuracy. Every strike, every lunge, every evasive twist could mean life or death. Nature itself, both stage and audience, will bear witness to a legendary encounter between two forces of dominance. Prepare yourself, for the line between hunter and hunted is about to disappear in the ultimate showdown between the Komodo Dragon and the Cobra, where instinct reigns supreme. the heart of the damp rainforest, where thick mist shrouds the canopy and the echoes of life resound from every corner, two primal forces prepare for an unrelenting clash. The Komodo Dragon, a silent assassin with venomous jaws of death, moves steadily across the carpet of fallen leaves. Facing it, the giant python, a ruler of brute strength, coiling muscles ready to crush and suffocate any prey unfortunate enough to cross its path. This is not merely a confrontation of two colossal reptiles, but a living legend of survival instincts, cold-blooded power against lethal precision. Every movement, every constriction, every bite may decide life or death. Nature requires no script, for it directs its own epic saga of power and cruelty. Brace yourself, for this will be one of the most ferocious battles of the jungle, where the line between predator and prey has never been thinner. In the vast Amazon rainforest, where winding rivers flow like the lifeblood of nature and heavy humidity lingers in every canopy, a primal battle is about to unfold. The South American giant anaconda, a stealthy predator with a colossal body, coiling like iron chains, ready to squeeze the life out of its prey. Facing it, the caiman, a swamp warrior armed with razor-sharp teeth and a bone-crushing bite. This clash is more than a fight between two apex predators. It is the embodiment of the Amazon's raw power, the cold patience of the constrictor against the lightning strike of the water's ruler. Every movement in the murky waters, every struggle, every bite echoes the eternal balance between life and death. The Amazon requires no witnesses, for it scripts its own brutal and magnificent tragedies. Prepare yourself for a suffocating showdown, where predator and prey can switch roles in the blink of an eye. In the dense rainforest near the Amazon swamps, where still waters conceal lurking dangers and emerald canopies veil nature's darkest secrets, a brutal confrontation awaits. The jaguar, a seasoned predator with a lightning-fast pounce and jaws powerful enough to pierce skulls, moves like a silent shadow through the undergrowth. Facing it is the South American anaconda, a patient giant, its body a living chain of muscle, ready to crush life with a single constricting embrace. This is more than a mere encounter. It is the clash of two opposing hunting strategies: the jaguar's speed and deadly precision against the anaconda's relentless strength and suffocating grip. Every breath, every step upon the swampy ground could turn into a moment of survival or demise. The Amazon shows no mercy. It simply reveals the raw and tragic truth of nature's law. Brace yourself, for this battle will stand as a testament to the savage yet majestic beauty of the wild. In the vast savannas of Africa, where the blazing sun scorches the dry earth, and every gust of wind carries a harsh heat, life here is written in sweat, dust, and blood. This is not merely a wilderness, but a fierce battlefield where survival is dictated by instinct alone. Two destined rivals prepare to clash. The fire ant, small but fearless, armed with the unyielding spirit of the swarm, and facing it, the hairy spider, a ruler of precision, striking with cold speed and venomous fangs of death. every charge, every evasive leap, every bite is the fragile line between life and death. Each desperate moment is captured by nature with merciless detail, as if the savanna itself were the director of this primal play of survival. After the chaos of the brutal clash, the dust begins to settle. Nature, after all, returns to its timeless calm, a fragile yet eternal peace. This is the eternal cycle, where death feeds life, where savagery and stillness walk hand in hand, painting the complete portrait of the wild. Across the vast African savanna, where the sun scorches the land and the hot winds carry clouds of dust, survival is defined by speed and strength. This is not merely a natural landscape, it is a battlefield of existence. Two destined rivals prepare to clash. The leopard's silent hunter cloaked in golden fur and dark rosettes, blending seamlessly into the tall grasses. And the cheetah, the master of speed, the living arrow of the plains, built to strike with lightning swiftness. This conflict is more than just a fight between two great cats. It is the contest of stealth and patience against explosive velocity. One relies on cunning ambush, the other on unrelenting pursuit. Every leap, every chase, every strike may draw the line between life and death. Each breathless moment on the grasslands is staged by nature itself in a raw drama of survival. Prepare for one of the fiercest encounters the African plains have ever witnessed. This is the moment when the boundary between predator and prey has never been thinner. A primal struggle revealing the ruthless beauty of the wild. Across the blazing African savanna, where the horizon stretches endlessly and the air trembles with heat, survival is not only about predator and prey, it is also about dominance, territory, and the right to pass on a legacy. Two towering giants now stand face to face. Male giraffes, majestic yet formidable, prepare for battle. Their long necks, usually symbols of elegance, transform into weapons of brute force. This is not a hunt. This is a duel of strength, endurance, and supremacy. With each swing, a giraffe hurls its heavy skull like a hammer, striking against its rival's body with bone-cracking impact. The clash reverberates across the plains, proof that even the tallest of the savannah must fight to secure their place. Every blow, every stagger, every desperate stand brings the contest closer to its breaking point. Dust swirls beneath their hooves, while the silent acacia trees bear witness to their primal struggle. Prepare for one of the most dramatic encounters of the African grasslands. This is not the story of predator and prey. It is a battle for dominance, a raw contest that exposes the unforgiving truth of nature's hierarchy. Across the sweeping edge of the Sahara, where dry winds carry dust across the plains and the tall grasses ripple like golden waves, survival is written in every heartbeat. Here, freedom and death are separated by only a moment's chance. Two forces of nature now stand opposed. The zebra alert, striped in black and white, a symbol of both grace and vigilance, and the lion, the undisputed king of the savannah, cloaked in muscle and power, its gaze fixed with deadly patience. This encounter is more than a hunt. It is speed versus strength, awareness against ruthless precision. The zebra wields its keen senses and bone-shattering kick, while the lion relies on stealth, strategy, and the devastating explosion of its ambush. Every stride, every leap, every desperate twist of survival drives the clash toward its breaking point. Dust erupts beneath pounding hooves, while the roar of predator and prey echoes across the wilderness. Prepare for one of the most dramatic battles on the Sahara's wild frontier. Here, the line between hunter and hunted is razor thin, a primal theater where beauty and brutality exist as one. the vast savannas of Africa, where the wind carries the scent of dry grass and the earth trembles beneath the herds of animals, a fateful encounter is about to erupt. This is not just nature, but a battlefield of survival. Two destined rivals prepare to clash. The hairy spider, small yet courageous, moving with delicate steps and poised for surprise. Facing it, the scorpion, a ruler armed with a venomous tail and claws ready to lock down its prey. This conflict is more than a mere skirmish. It is a legendary duel of instincts, agility and subtlety against precision and ruthless power. Every advance, every dodge, every strike or sting could decide the outcome. Each desperate move is captured in vivid detail. Here, nature is both the director and the audience, revealing the cruel beauty of the wild. After the fierce battles, when the dust has settled and the echoes of mortal struggle fade into memory, the African savanna returns to its timeless rhythm. Nature, though it has just displayed its brutal side, always finds a way to soothe and restore itself to a primordial calm, as if every clash is but a single note in the endless symphony of life. Across the vast African savanna, where the scorching sun bakes the dry earth and the wind carries the scent of survival, two destined rivals prepare to clash. The jackal, small yet cunning, quick, and always ready to seize an opportunity. In stark contrast stands the honey badger, a fearless warrior, armed with relentless strength and a bite that even larger predators hesitate to challenge. Conflict ignites in a legendary showdown of instincts. This is not just a simple encounter, but a tale of wit against ferocity, of swift agility battling raw power. Every lunge, every dodge, each growl and strike etches the thin line between life and death. Nature itself takes the role of director, turning every movement into a cinematic moment. And now, prepare for one of the most intense battles of the savanna, where the line between predator and indomitable survivor has never been thinner. In the woodlands of the African savanna, where scattered trees cast shadows over cracked earth and the wind carries the harsh breath of the wild, two destined rivals prepare to clash. The fox, small, swift, and cunning, a survivor relying on speed and wit. Facing it is the golden eagle, the sovereign of the skies, with mighty wings and talons sharp enough to tear prey apart in an instant. This encounter is more than just a hunt. It is a trial of life and death, pitting the cleverness of the ground against the absolute power of the air. Every dive from above, every desperate dodge, each beat of wings and hurried step becomes the tense rhythm of a survival symphony. Nature, in its cruelty and raw beauty, turns this moment into an epic scene. And now, prepare to witness a primal battle, where the line between the ruling predator and the cunning survivor has never been thinner.
Bark.
Amid the sun-scorched savanna, where every gust of wind carries the scent of lurking danger, two destined rivals prepare to face off. The caracal, a silent hunter, with its signature tufted ears and lightning-fast leaps, as precise as an arrow, embodying speed and skill. In contrast, hidden beneath the dry grass, lies the venomous snake, a silent assassin, whose single strike can deliver death itself. This clash is more than just a hunt. It is a primal duel between agility and lethal venom. Every stalking step, every explosive pounce, each sudden strike marks the razor's edge between life and death. Nature, both brutal and magnificent, transforms this moment into a tragedy of instinct. And now, prepare to witness an unforgiving battle, where the deadly speed of the caracal collides with the destructive venom of the snake in a dance of survival. Across the vast African savanna, where survival is written in dust and blood, every single step can mark the beginning of a life and death struggle. This is not just nature, it is a brutal battlefield of survival. Two destined adversaries prepare to clash. The mongoose, small yet fearless, armed with agility and an unyielding instinct. The cobra, the sovereign of venom, a single strike powerful enough to end the life of any creature daring to defy it. Every strike, every dodge, every bite could decide the fragile line between life and death. Each desperate move is captured in vivid detail, as nature itself takes on the role of both director and performer. When the dust finally settles and the crimson sun sinks beyond the horizon, the African savanna returns to its familiar calm. The whispering wind brushes through tall grasses, erasing the traces of the fierce battle that just unfolded. Here, life and death forever walk side by side, but nature never ceases. And the eternal cycle of the wild carries on, endless, like the very heartbeat of the earth. In the lush green forest, where golden sunlight filters through the leaves, painting a picture of serene beauty, two fates cross paths. The honeybee, small yet fearless, with fragile wings beating out a lively rhythm against the stillness of nature. Opposite it stands the brown bear, the giant of the wilderness, moving slowly yet carrying within its body an immense power, enough to shatter the peace at any moment. This encounter is more than a chance meeting. It is a primal clash of instincts, tiny courage against overwhelming strength. On one side, agility and quickness. On the other, raw power and dominance. Every flap of wings, every subtle movement, every low growl carries the weight of survival, threatening to break the fragile boundary between safety and danger. And in that instant, nature, in both its tenderness and its ferocity, reveals once again its ruthless beauty. Prepare to witness an extraordinary confrontation where golden rays of calm sunlight fall upon a hidden battlefield. Between the brown bear and the honeybee, two opposite beings writing their story of survival in the green forest. In the lush green forest, where golden sunlight spills gently onto the ground and a cool, clear river winds peacefully through the land, two unlikely adversaries cross paths. The kingfisher, small yet sharp, with keen eyes tracking every movement beneath the water, its blue wings cutting through the air like a flash of lightning. Opposite it stands the wasp, tiny, yet armed with a deadly weapon, a sharp stinger and an unpredictable swiftness. This encounter is more than a fleeting moment of nature. It is a primal clash of instincts. On one side, the precision of an unyielding hunter. On the other, the reckless courage hidden within a fragile body. Every wing beat, every sudden movement, every strike carries the fragile boundary between life and death. Beneath the golden sunlight and the gentle murmur of the river, nature once again reveals its mesmerizing duality. A serene exterior cloaking the fierce struggle for survival. Prepare for an extraordinary confrontation, where the kingfisher and the wasp write a tense story within the tranquil, sunlit canvas of the green forest. In the lush green forest, where the canopy weaves a gentle roof filtering golden sunlight, a hollow tree stands as the domain of a silent predator. The owl, with eyes glowing like fire in the night and wings poised to strike, rules this shadowed refuge, ready to seize any intruder. But today, a different rhythm stirs the air, the steady tap-tap-tap of the woodpecker. The woodpecker, diligent and resilient in its small form, its beak as hard as a hammer, drums against the bark in search of life hidden within. Unaware, it edges closer to the dangerous territory of the owl. And so, the familiar silence of the hollow begins to fracture. This is more than a chance encounter. It is a clash between light and darkness, between the tireless rhythm of the day and the deadly stillness of the night. On one side, persistence and ceaseless effort. On the other, sudden power waiting in the shadows. Every strike of the beak, every flicker of an eye, every faint sound within the hollow could ignite a swift and lethal attack. Nature, cloaked in its green, tranquil beauty, once again hides a fragile boundary between life and death. Welcome to our channel, where the most extraordinary survival stories unfold every single day. Today, we'll witness one of the rarest confrontations on the planet, a battle of pure intensity and surprise. Across the sun-sced golden tapestry of the African savanna, the legendary predator King Cobra is on the move. Its immense black body glides through the dry heat, hunting. But today's target is no ordinary animal. It's a living fortress defended by 1,000 spears. A porcupine. This is more than just a simple encounter. It's a King Cobra versus porcupine matchup. Truly one of the craziest animal fights you will ever witness. When the snake launches its lightning-fast strike, it finds its venomous fangs are useless against the porcupine's spiky armor. This clash is a perfect example of the survival of the fiercest wild animals. Sometimes, predators are not always the ones who claim victory. This stands as proof of that. Across the vast, sun-scorched grasslands, where the wind carries the scent of survival, in every blade of dry grass, whispers of struggle, a story of life and death is about to unfold. This is not merely wilderness, it is a battlefield where strength and cunning collide in nature's raw theater. Two destined rivals prepare for confrontation. The mongoose, small yet fearless, armed with speed and razor-sharp teeth. The King Cobra, an apex predator, reigning with lethal venom that can bring down even the boldest challenger. This clash is more than chance. It is a legend of courage against peril, where agility and wit stand against the cold precision of death. Every strike, every dodge, every bite defines the razor-thin line between life and oblivion. Once again, nature takes the role of both director and witness to this primal drama. In the vast savannas of Africa, where survival is written in dust and blood, nature is not merely a backdrop but a brutal battlefield. Two destined adversaries are about to clash. The honey badger, small yet fearless, renowned for its resilience and extraordinary toughness, and the King Cobra, the shadowy ruler, armed with lethal venom, capable of bringing down prey many times its size. The conflict ignites in a legendary showdown of instincts, where courage faces ultimate danger. This is not just an animal fight, but a primal tale of agility against deadly precision, of reckless boldness against the crushing power of venom. Prepare for one of the fiercest animal battles on the planet, a moment when the boundary between predator and prey has never been thinner. This is a primal struggle, exposing the ruthless yet mesmerizing beauty of the wild. Every strike, every dodge, every bite could mark the thin line between life and death. Each desperate move is captured in savage detail, as nature itself becomes both director and performer of this survival tragedy.